Hello there. You must be here for the story. It is that time of year again. Grab a seat, get comfortable, and let's read The Night Before Christmas, 2023 edition. 'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the playoffs, fantasy players were taking their day offs.
Hunched over the sink, I splashed water on my face. My receiver was out. My first pick, Jamar Chase. I put down the eggnog and pulled up my pants, reminding myself that I still had a chance. I went to go check on my manager friends to see how they're doing, now near season's end. Tyreek Hill's drafter set his lineup with care, with hope that his ankle's health soon would be there. McCaffrey's drafter, I gave her door a listen. She's praying for health, like she's also a Christian. When out of the shed, there arose such a clatter. I ran through the yard to see what was the matter. I ran past the one who took Jefferson first, still fixing his ego, which in week 5 had burst. I sloshed through the breast of the new fallen snow. It was reminded of Diggs' duds in cold Buffalo, when what to my wandering eyes should appear was Robinson's drafter by the shed over here. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, and wore a fake beard for disguising himself. We never asked why insult him it seemed, and we needed to keep an even number of teams. He kept playing Bijan despite all frustration, somehow made the playoffs, and not consolation. Most random his lineup, as if by dark art. He then called out precisely which players to start. Now Mostert, now Debo, now Jalen and Lamb, on Keenan, on Kyron, and new tight end Sam. To the top of the league, through the winter and fall, now score away, score away, score away all. As dry leaves before the wild hurricane fly, when met with my face seemed to get stuck in my eye, I couldn't help but notice that the Bijan first drafter was echoed by some sort of unnerving laughter. He ran from the shed, his dark ritual over. I'd have stopped him if I weren't so frickin' hungover. He turned with a jerk, vanished behind my shrub. I tripped on the body who drafted Nick Chubb. I was distraught, for I'd let the man free who'd figure out fantasy in 2023. I had to go find him. That story I'll learn. Was it him who caused Eckler's talent to burn? The drafter of AJ came outside in a rush. He had something to say with a hand on my tush. We invited old Santa to spend summer in Philly, but heard he stopped in at MetLife and tore his Achilles. The new guy here seemed happy Nick's tendon had burst. I thought it was normal. I'm an Eagles fan, of course. I knew where to go, but I needed a ride. So I asked a league mate who shares teams with his bride. The Trav Kelsey drafter wasn't one that I liked. He talked Taylor and Trav all up the New Jersey Turnpike. But finally, we made it. West exit 16. We entered the stadium that was lit up dark green. At midfield, I saw a red figure stand starkly, grasping the ankle of a stuffed Saquon Barkley. We rushed to the stage, and we're ready to fight. The Travis fan now pausing his ep of new heights. We grabbed our old rival, took his puppet-like prize, and tied down the man with the fake beard disguise. His ritual at midfield was successfully marred. My friend yelled, "The Pfizers send their regards." We pulled off his beard and dispelled with the myth. Our strange new league member was one Arthur Smith. "I hate that Kris Kringle," he said in distress. "Cuts into the profit of Federal Express." The tale from the season Smith then began to tell, to explain why a head coach played fantasy as well. Smith sabotaged Santa, stole his jacket and pipe, then discovered a way to gain football insight. "I used Santa's toys, some were magic and all. I could create touchdowns with enough voodoo dolls. For the injuries this year, we found the chief flayer. Smith caused them to screw with us fantasy players." "But why?" we asked Arthur. "Did you ignore Bijan's facts?" "I benched him in real life to cover my tracks." We released the trapped Santa from behind Hoffa's gate. Cooper's drafter arrived, albeit too late. The pipe and red jacket we gave back to Santa and sent our now former league mate one way to Atlanta. Santa recalled his sled from the sky, was quite starry, and I heard him exclaim, "Garrett Wilson, I'm sorry." Now that Smith is foiled, let's hope the next week goes right. Merry playoffs to all, and to all a
Good night.